Hello, welcome to Ultimate Tutorial. Here we learn different chemistry topics and we help students with their chemistry problems. So if you have challenges with chemistry, you think chemistry is difficult, kindly find a place to sit down while you learn some basics about chemistry. I also want to remind you that if you have some challenges in your chemistry topics and you want my attention, you can call me on 080-6300-1952. Again, 080-6300-1952. I would pick your calls or you drop me a WhatsApp message. I would reply as soon as possible. So we have been on a particular series for some time now, and that is extraction of metals. And today we are going to be talking about the principle of extraction of metal. That's episode 3. We've talked about the introduction and the preliminary procedure for extracting metals. But today, episode 3, we are going to be talking about the principle of metal extraction. Okay, so like I've said before, we have categories of metals: the very reactive metals, the moderately reactive, and the less reactive metals. So we want to see how these metals are actually extracted. Now, I said earlier that the least reactive metals are found in their free state. So that means that they don't combine with other elements. They don't really combine with other elements. They stand on their own. They are found freely. But the very reactive metals and the moderately reactive metals are found in a combined state. So if we are going to extract them, we will need to extract them from their combined state. Okay, so in a combined state, metals exist as positive ions which are reduced to their corresponding metal atoms. So now, in a combined state, for instance, if you have a compound like sodium chloride, that's a combined state. If you have two elements that combine together to form a compound, that compound is a combined state. Now, in a combined state, metals are in positive ion form. They carry positive charges. Alright? So, and these metals, when they are in a combined state, they stand as ion, alright, with whatsoever radical they are combining with. So after the preliminary preparation of this metal for extraction that we have talked about, there are two major processes by which we can extract our metal. And these processes are reduction processes. They are reduction processes. So most times in exams, they do ask like, okay, the process of extracting a metal from their ores is what kind of process? So the answer to that would be a reduction process. Now we have two major ways of reducing a metal. We can do that by electrolytic method, or we do that by chemical or thermal reduction. By electrolytic method or chemical or thermal reduction. Now, let me start with the electrolytic method. The electrolytic reduction method involves the most electropositive metals at the top of the electrochemical series. Now we have electrochemical series. For those of you that don't know, electrochemical series is the arrangement of elements in order of their reactivity, in order of how reactive they are, in order of how active they are when they go into reaction. So in that order, in the electrochemical series or activity series, the most electropositive metals are potassium, sodium, calcium, and magnesium. And these elements are usually extracted by the electrolytic reduction. Now, electrolytic reduction means that if you want to extract them, you need to undergo the process of electrolysis. The reason why we are following this procedure for them is because they are very, very reactive. They are too reactive. So in order to extract them, we follow this procedure. And all the process that involves electrolysis, you need to get their electrolytes, you need to get electrode for their extraction. That we are going to talk about some other time. Now, the other method, the chemical and thermal reduction method, is associated with the moderately reactive metals. The moderately reactive metals, for instance, lead, tin, iron, and zinc. Lead, tin, iron, and zinc. They are the moderately reactive metals. In this category, what we do is that we get their oxide form and we reduce them. We get them in oxide form and we reduce them. So if I want to extract lead, I will have to get lead oxide, and then I will reduce lead oxide to get my lead. If I want to get zinc, I have to get zinc oxide, and then I will reduce zinc oxide to get my zinc. If I want to get iron, I will have to get my iron oxide and reduce this iron oxide to get my my iron and all of that. So it is best to get them in their oxide form, and then we can reduce them by either reacting them with carbon and all of that, and then we'll get our metal. So that is by chemical or thermal reduction. The thermal reduction aspect of it has to do with you trying to heat that particular ore. There are some metals that would be extracted by heating their ores. For instance, if you want to extract mercury, for example, from its ore, maybe from mercury 2 sulfide, you would have to heat that ore to extract mercury. Okay, also platinum, maybe you want to extract platinum from a particular ore of platinum, for example, ammonium hexachloroplatinate 4. Ammonium hexachloroplatinate 4. If I want to extract platinum from that particular combined state, I would have to heat this particular compound, and then it will reduce that compound to platinum. Alright, so these are different reduction processes needed to carry out extraction of metals. As long as these metals are in their combined state, we can extract them by using any of these two reduction processes. I hope you understand this little explanation on the principle of extraction of metal. Alright, thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, and follow, and also subscribe in order to get notification on upcoming videos on this channel. Thank you for watching.